Hello, sweet friends. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to do a no-sew journal. Yes. This was the first one I did, and I did it behind the scenes. I practically decorated in the with you guys, but I did not make it with you guys. Let's put it that way. Yes. And I kind of like this. I like this style. It's a Constantina instead of a regular book, because I was gonna be decorating this one today, but then I'm like, I would really love to get one of these to get it started at least. But yeah, and what I'll be using is my bin. This is where I put all the scraps that are into the vintage kind of, style or antique. These are scraps. This one is the one that caught my eye, and it's basically almost the same size as this one, as you can see. So I want to start with this one. So this will be like my cover right there. And yeah, it's all about just creating it, folding, and continue adding to this right here. So I've only done it once, so if I basically don't get it right the first time, then nothing bad happened. Let's put it that way. So what I want to do is I want to add to it I just don't like that whole blank page, but I'll decorate that in the later. Let's see. I'd rather do like double-sided. I don't know if I can get double-sided here. So how y'all been? Let me know what you're working on today. Today is Friday. I was at Bitty Penny's live. There you go. I think that's a good start. And because I wanted to keep it that size, which is 3.5. Well, this one says 4. So here you go. I don't want it to be 4 inches. I want it to stay in the 3.5. So let me just fold this then. There. And now I can glue it here. And we'll go from there. And she was doing templates for pockets. It was very entertaining. And all crafters are the same, because I was looking at her, and then I said I had templates that I didn't have a clue what it was for, and then I had to toss them out. And now what I do when I do templates is I keep a sample of it with the measurements. So I want to glue this piece right here, and I want to make sure I don't go over. Any glue is okay, like stick glue. I'm using this one. It's from Staples. And then once I glue that there, I want to make sure that I don't go over this other part. So I can do this now, and then I'll tear this here. And I'll save it for something else. I have a double-sided here, which is kind of nice because it has already something with it. You could tear them. I do both. At first, when I was doing this, I just wanted to have it like straight edges. So, but you can do both. You can tear them and you can cut them. So, yeah, but I liked it. I liked it so much. And I'm like, oh, I don't have one to decorate. So I would like to make me another one. And I think it was John that asked me, what are you doing today, Carmen? And I'm like, oh, I'm playing with a mini one. But I was playing with the other one. And then I decided, well, this is still considered a mini journal. So I'm going to play with this one. So as you can see, I can cut it or I can just tear it. Before I cut, I make sure that I have my measurements, that I don't go over, and I'll keep it that same size as I go along and continue to add to it. So right now, this is what I have. I don't want this to be too big, so let's see. I'm gonna cut right here. What I'm doing is I'm giving myself a tab where I can attach the other one. It makes it easier for me to work it that way. And it doesn't have to be double-sided. It does not have to be double-sided. It could be, you know, just something like this. So this is basically, I sprayed my own ink on it. And it's just a cardstock, so. I kind of like that, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fold it right here. And so now the flap, I have to make sure that I have, you have to forgive Missy. Missy is like the dog that is always barking because she does not get along with the baby. And the baby is not a real baby. Just for those that are new, the baby is Bella, a four-legged baby. Yeah, she's my four-legged baby. So I'm gonna cut this. Now the thickness of my Constantina or my accordion no-sew journal, it depends on the person. See, it's already taking shape. It depends on the person. So, see? So, let's see. This one is kind of a nice light pink. Okay, so let's just screw it right here. Let's see. Do I want it on top and then fold, or do I want it under and then make a fold? Let's just go on top. It's gonna be a blank page. Now the baby wants to come in the room. No, she's gonna have to stay outside. And then a fold. And I try to keep it as much as I can to keep my edge aligned, as you can see, to try to keep it as much as I can aligned. Let me put my glues there for a second, and let me get this. I use this one too. So these are scraps from the last project that I got, and I feel like I want to use them on my Constantina as well. But as you can see, that's the paper that I used to cut out the insert that I did. And for those that didn't see it, it's on Beth's channel. We had a live and we had a good time. Okay, so let's see. So just a little bit here, and then this right there. I'm just gonna tear this one. There you go. I'll tear that one there, just like that. And then I'll glue my next one here, fold it over. So you can use on your no-sew journal, you can use any textured paper, anything that you want, okay? So as you can see, this is from that sheet of roll that I got at Home Depot. Really thin. This is a thicker one, and it has basically mixed media sprays on it. Well, my own spray, because I don't have any inking or sprays like that. And this, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of those baking sheets. And yeah, I'm just gonna cut it. I don't want to. Okay, I'm just gonna tear that, put it back here, and then place it here. I stained it with coffee stains, and as you can see, oh, perfect size right there. So all I gotta do is just fold it over. Just make sure that I aligned it very well, so that way, there you go, there, and it stays in check. And I'm gonna tear this part, and I'll just file it back in. So now it's a matter of just inking, or not inking, I'm sorry, gluing this side to put it here. So yes, I do love small journals that I can actually be creative. I like to do in my channel a little bit of everything, so as you can see, it was basically aligned. That's the edge that I went for right there, right here, and it's just a matter of putting it over and gluing it down. So I want to make sure that I got it right. And here we go. Yep. No, I want it straight. Let's go. Straight as I can get it. There. Glue, glue, glue. So far, so good. Get the glue out here, and then I'll just pick it up. Extra glue. Got the glue on my hands. There. One. And then here. Guys, I got the glue all over the place. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Now, because this has glue here, and I don't want it to stick, I'm just going to tear it. Let's see if I can just tear the whole thing. There. That's it. And that takes care of that. And then I can fold it over and it won't glue down. Okay. So now, let me just make sure that this one is aligned. And now I have to glue something here, which is going to be this one. This one. I want to glue it like that. Hold on. Let me see. Maybe like this. Small pieces, I put them in the front. So now this will be like that and like this. Oh, the baby's barking. Hi, what's wrong with her? So here, I love her bark. I don't know if it's because she's still a baby. She has this little yippy bark. There. It stayed in place. Let me align this a little bit better. Just a little bit more towards, let me see. Am I getting it right? Yeah, it's looking good. So it could stay like that. That's okay. It's taking shape. Look at that. I love it. I love it. Taking shape. It seems difficult, but it's not. Meg Journals was the inspiration behind this because she's always done no-sew journals. and I wanted, you know, to do one. You can leave it like this, but if it bothers you, you can cut it straight. It doesn't bother me because basically it's the design of the journal itself, you know, different heights and width of paper. So let's get another one for this one, and I think I'm gonna use one of those packaging paper. As you can see, and it's in blank, so obviously once you do a journal that has blank pages, then it's up to you what you want to do with the pages. So stamping, inking, doodling. In this case, because it's a vintage style, obviously I'll stay with the light colors and vintage format. But if you wanted to do something bright and cheerful, like for doodling, which would be a cool thing for me to do, you know what? That's not a bad idea. So let's see. When I open this one, as you can see right there, when I open it up, I want, let's see, I want this one to be taller, or just a little bit on the tall side, just a little bit probably. And then I'll glue I'm gonna glue like that. I'm just gonna glue the edge of this one. Put it down. Just want to make sure that I got it straight enough there. Then take this one, fold it, and keep it parallel to the rest of it, and tear. And put it back here. See what else I can use. What is this? Let's see. Oh, it's kind of nice. There's also this. I'm thinking, should I glue it here or should I fussy cut it and then glue it? I feel like I should just fussy cut these. And then, let's see. This one is a little bit sturdier. Much stronger. I feel like I want to do that. Just do this one. Yeah, I want to do this. Glue it down. Take the next paper that you're placing, fold it to make sure that you don't surpass your book size or your Constantina or journal size. So I'm trying to, this one is a little bit stiffer, which is good because it gives it a little bit more stability. I use my bone folder to help me with the creases. Then I want to keep this one because it has a nice blank that I might be able to use on something else. And I'm going to fold it this way. So staying with my edges, not surpassing my edge. And as you can see, the paper is kind of stiff, so it'll give me a little bit of a hard time, but let's see. I'm pulling on this baby. Because I want it to be straight, at least. Like, there. That helps. Bone folder to the rescue. There. I like that. Okay. So let's see how thick is it gonna get. See, thin paper. It's a little bit delicate, but once you start working on it, look at that. So far, so good. So let's see, I have transitioning, let's see, piece of vellum. I can use a piece of vellum, and because I don't want it straight, I'm just gonna tear. I'm gonna tear it, save the little pieces. I just don't want a straight edge. Dun, 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 dun. Save these. So I just want to put a little bit of the ran out of this one. There. Take my edge once again for the 800 times that I'm doing it. Fold it to keep the size. I can tear this puppy up here. I don't toss any of these. They go in the front of my bin. And I feel like, let's see. Okay. Because right now it seems so skinny. You see that? But when you start adding to it, see the difference? Can you tell? Look. So now I feel like I should just get me something to put here for like a cover. Let me see something It doesn't have to be anything exciting. But I want it to be stiff. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. I think this will do. So I start with florals and I end with florals. And I'm just gonna make it straight. Okay, so I'm gonna have to just cut around it and see. I think that's kind of nice, but you know what? I'm taking the side off. This edge right here, I'm gonna take it off. Okay. And I'm gonna eyeball this. Flip it this side. And cut. Because this is my back cover. I would prefer to frame this paper, but that's too late for that. Oh, Tim Holtz. And then keep the scraps. I feel like this should be it. Like that would be the end of that. Now that I have the size that I want, I'm gonna I don't know, I feel like I want to tear it, and then it's something, don't tear it, and then I want to tear it. No. Just gonna cut this out of here. Okay. Let's see. I feel like that's pretty much, well, yeah, that's pretty much it. And this is basically the end of the journal. And because if it's the end, I want to make sure it's secure. So I'm gluing this whole area. I feel like it's like wonky on this side. And then let's just glue this whole thing. And it will glue to the back of the journal. Look how it curls up because you got glue on it. Are you serious? Get over here. All right. Let me just place it down. Let me put more. I don't feel like this glue there. That, yeah, I'm doing it the right side. Okay, good. See, because this is the only thing about it. When I want to glue it down, this one shows like it's off by a bit. So I don't want that to happen. There you go. Let me do this. And add glue on there. And see now if it's just gonna stay inside the frame. Yes, 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 it did. Maybe it's just me being picky, but there. That's it. I don't like it being too straight, but I feel like I want to tear on it. I do. And you know what? I will. Right at the edge. Because it doesn't have to be exactly that right there. I just felt like it's not. And then when you ink it, there. Now that's better. Call me crazy, but that's better. Yes, I like that better. There. So now it's a matter of decorating it, and that will be for a next segment because that will take me forever to do. So all right, my friends, so there's a Constantina, and this is a no-sew journal, and I use different types of paper, from the wax paper for cooking and the packaging paper, paper from Home Depot, and scraps. There you go. Now from this, once I start decorating, it'll get to this size, so you'll see. All right, my friends, there you go. That's it for today. I hope you have a blessed weekend, and I pray that everything is good with all of you and that you have a awesome and amazing day. God bless. Bye.